Yo, 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 yo. I said, yo, 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 yo. We live, baby. We live, baby. What's going on, y'all? This is Marcus Rosa, aka Mazuma TV. I hope everybody's having a blessed, beautiful, positive, productive day. Well, I hope y'all had a uh, peaceful, positive, productive day. You know what I mean? Chilling on this Tuesday night. Just getting things started, man. I'm gonna let a few more people get up in here, man. We got 7 people in the building. Hit the like button as soon as you come in. Lit Tiger, what up? Shay, Marco Leon, Sai, what up? What up? What up? What up? What up? How y'all doing today, man? Hope everybody's doing well. We got some boxing to talk for sure. Slime, what up? What up, homie? Blessings for sure. 8 people in the building in the first minute. Okay, y'all must have got the notifications. That's what's up. You know what I mean? You say you see the new background. Now I'm at my mom's crib right now. Yeah, I mean, I gotta be here for the next few days until I get this new spot. You know what I mean? So until then, that's where we gonna be at, man. You know what I'm saying? So I hope everybody's doing well. Like I said, we got some things that we need to speak about in this boxing world. In this boxing world, man, we got a few things we need to speak about. You know what I mean? Some things we definitely need to address. I like how y'all pay attention to the little shit. That's cool. But yeah, man, there's a few things that's going on right now that we really need to speak on. You know what I mean? But let's get into. I mean, y'all see what's in the title. You know what I mean? So that's definitely what we speaking on today. I'm gonna just be on here for a good hour, man. Need to sleep, get ready, all that good stuff. You know what I mean? But let's talk about Regis Prograis, Devin Haney, Anonymous. What up, homie? What up? What up? What up? Devin Haney, Regis Prograis. It is officially fight week. I was supposed to speak on it yesterday, but I did not go live. But better late than never. You know what I mean? Let's really get into it. You think people forgetting about Fulton skills because of how the Inoue fight went? Absolutely. Absolutely, they disregard Stephen Fulton's skills. I think prior to Inoue, Stephen Fulton had beat 8 undefeated fighters, 7 to 8 undefeated fighters. He was a unified world champion. You know what I mean? And prior to the Inoue loss, in my opinion, he was the best 122 on the planet. You know what I mean? Um, if he moves up to 126 and he fills into the weight class properly and gets his feet wet in the division, I think he's very capable of becoming a world champion in that division as well. Stephen Fulton is one of the most talented fighters in boxing. You know what I'm saying? Great jab, good boxing ability, well-rounded. Well-rounded. He could box. Um, he could go tit for tat or whatever. It's just that now Anyways is he's on a different type of time right now, bro. You know what I mean? Initially, I had Stephen Fulton beating Inoue, so I'm not about to sit here and act like I was rocking with Inoue the whole time. I thought Fulton would have been able to pull it off. Um, but Inoue, too fast, explosive, um, and his intelligence is very underrated. He's definitely who they say he is. He a monster. You know what I mean? Whether people like it or not, to do that to somebody like Stephen Fulton, bro, that's impressive. Especially moving up in weight and doing that. That's extremely impressive. Shay said I had him winning, man. That hurt seeing him lose like that, but I do think he will come back. I think he'll come back as well, man. Stephen Fulton, he's a strong-minded individual. You know what I mean? He wasn't spoon fed in the pros. You know what I mean? They put him in there with certified dogs. You know what I mean? He came out victorious a majority of the time. Earned his world titles, both of them. You know what I mean? So he know what it take. He know what it take to get back to the world title. realm. You know what I mean? He's very capable, and I think at 126 he'll feel a lot better. Um, and I think that he could be successful at 126. That's what I think. But shout out to Mastermind, man. I'm hearing about Richardson Hitchens might fight Jack Catterall for the IBF contender spot. That's a good fight. That's a good fight. Jack Catterall could rumble. That's a good fight for Hitchens. That'll really solidify his name in the division if he's able to pull it off. Bud versus Canelo. Who would I have winning and how? We definitely gonna get to that. But I want to speak on Regis and Devin Haney first, get that out the way, and then speak about that for the majority of the live. We got 18 people on here, man. Hit the like button as soon as you come in. It is very much appreciated, man. Let's get the algorithm on the ups. Canelo Alvarez Crawford is a mismatch. All right, we're gonna talk about that. That fight made me stop being a fan of fighters. That shit broke my heart. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about, bro. I've been through my fair amount of heartbreaks in boxing, bro. I know exactly what you're talking about. After that, it's like you ain't want to be that invested in fighters emotionally, you know what I mean? Because it hurts to see them lose. Who was outmatched, Bud or Canelo? Man, somebody just answer your question right there, my brother. Yo, Sharon, what up, homie? He all there in Japan. Yeah. That's what I heard. Anyway, it looks like he hit a bit too much, but I ain't gonna say he juicing. I mean, to make that, I'm not the one to make those assumptions. You know what I mean? I need solid proof before I can make an accusation like that. But if I got solid proof, then it wouldn't be an accusation. So I always try to like just refrain from making those accusations. You know what I mean? Especially if they never had Now, if they had like a positive test in the past, then I could be like, yo, I think he's still on it, and I could be justified in believing that because he's done it before. But somebody who's never failed a drug test, man, I don't really jump out the window to say anything like that. You know what I mean? You said where I get this shirt from is fire. You talking about the Naruto shirt? I got this from Target. Yeah, I had gotten this from Target. Pop with the drop. What up? What up? People really thought Fulton could beat Inoue. I was one of them. And whoever thought Stephen Fulton could beat Inoue was justified in believing so. You guys got to remember, like, besides Nonito Donaire, now you want Inoue didn't fight anybody of name. He had never fought a Black American fighter. There was a lot of questions about Inoue. We saw old Nonito Donaire in the first fight give him a lot of problems. So we thought that based off of Stephen Fulton's athleticism, his speed, his his great boxing ability, great jab overall, we thought that he could pose some fits for Inoue and possibly beat him. But we were wrong. But don't sit here and act like Fulton never had a chance off the rip. That'll be a lie. Don't be one of them dudes that talk like that. You know what I mean? Ralph, I know this off topic, but Romero said that Ryan Garcia doesn't deserve a fight with him. Really acting like he's such a big name in boxing. He only know because Tank put him on a highlight reel. Yeah, but the crazy thing is that he's gonna flex his world championship that he has, that belt, that world title he has on his waist. That's why he's talking like that, bro. Because we can say everything about Rolly. He got beat up by the old head. He got beat up by that old man. He's overrated. He got knocked out by Tank, but he came off of a Tank fight, fought that old head, and regardless of what we thought about the stoppage, man, he got the stoppage. So, I mean, does Ryan Garcia necessarily? I'm not defending Rolly. I don't like Rolly. But does Ryan Garcia really think about it though? Does Ryan Garcia really deserve a world title shot? Does he really deserve a fight off of a world champ for his second fight at 140? Does he deserve a world title coming off of a like really think about it. Does he actually deserve a world title shot? Do y'all believe Ryan Garcia deserves a world title shot? Look, somebody they both saying Anonymous said Rolly Duck and Ryan. Sharon says Rolly Duck and Ryan. I feel like he do. I feel like he do. He never had one yet. Didn't Tank have a belt at 35? Or he got like a version of the WBA? I guess that don't count because he wasn't like the legitimate champion. Against Rolly, yes, and yeah, I thought about it. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I think he deserved it. That's cool. Tank got a regular belt, yeah, but he didn't have the WBA. Devin had that. But well, yeah, if y'all feel like Rolly deserved it, shit, I'll watch it. It's not a problem, but I don't know, like coming off of a knockout loss and then having unimpressive victory against a guy who's a legitimate lightweight. I don't know if we really need to be talking about Rolly being in world title contention right now. I mean, Ryan. I don't think he does. I don't know if we should be talking about him fighting for a world title when he says that he's still trying to figure himself out as a fighter. That sounds like an unconfident person. If you're saying that you're still figuring yourself out, that means you're unsure of who you are. If you're unsure of who you are, you're not confident. If you're not confident, you're the opposite of confident. What is that? Insecure. You know what I mean? Marco Leon says, Devin never fought a puncher like Haney. I don't know. I'm sure you made a mistake with that. I'm going to need you to correct yourself, my brother. I don't know what you meant by that. Yeah, Southpaw. What's good? What's good, homie? Yeah, I didn't understand that comment. He going to need to rewrite that. He going to have to edit that. You know what I mean? But yeah, we got 20 people in the building, man. I appreciate everybody that's tuning in right now. Hit the like button, man. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so Marco said that he meant Regis. All right, so let's go back to the comment. He says, Devin never fought a puncher like Regis, and he's still gotten cracked. Well, that's factual. You know what I mean? He never fought nobody as big of a puncher as Regis Prograis. He's fought some solid punchers, Jorge Linares, and that's probably about it. In all honesty, bro, because I don't really rate Jojo Diaz's power that much. You know what I mean? He's not a big puncher at all. Speaking as honest as possible, and Jorge Linares hurt Devin Haney. You know what I mean? But Devin Haney was able to weather the storm in the best way that he could. He was still able to get the victory. Regis is a different type of puncher, though. A different type of puncher. But the problem is, from watching Regis Prograis, he's not the most fluid combination puncher. You know what I mean? He seems very economical with his combinations at times. He's throwing 2, 3 at the most. And I feel like to really widen your chances on landing that money shot against Devin Haney, I think that volume is the key to doing so. You know what I mean? Because you might not hit him with the first or second punch, but you might hit him with the third or fourth. And I think that he's going to need to be heavy on the volume this fight. I think he needs to be in dog shape. I think that he's going to need to really let his hands go to really, you know what I mean, give him a better chance. That's what I think. I think the more that he lets his hands go, the more likely that he'll be able to pin the tail on him. You know what I'm saying? I think that he needs to get his whole objective. Like I said, if y'all didn't check out my video earlier, man, go check it out. I was saying how stylistically, that's what y'all don't understand. Stylistically, Regis Prograis is tailor-made for Devin Haney. What do I mean by that? Does that necessarily mean that he's gonna beat? Does that necessarily mean that Devin's gonna beat Regis? No. What I'm saying is, based off of the approaches that they bring to the ring, Devin should have the upper hand. I don't know if he's tailor-made for Devin because they did not fight yet, but stylistically, based off what they both bring to the table, it seems like Devin Haney has the upper hand. Why do I say that? Regis Prograis is the harder puncher. We know this. Factual. No doubt about it. But Devin understands distance and has a great jab. Now, he does tend to abandon his jab against southpaws, but I'm sure he's been working on that. But nonetheless, he's beaten every southpaw that he's been in there with. And his last victory was against one of the best southpaws in boxing, Vasyl Lomachenko. Regardless of whether we thought he won or not, he got the victory. That's something that he's learned from. That might potentially that fight against Vasyl Lomachenko, most likely, he learned a lot from that. You know what I mean? It's probably going to make him better in future preparation for southpaws. So maybe that tough fight against Lomachenko was a blessing in disguise because it can make his performance against Regis easier because he knows what and what not to do, what tendencies southpaws usually have, and how he should go about them. Sai says Loma was sniping him with the left hand. That's a fact. Jojo Diaz was doing the same thing. Jojo Diaz was looping the left hand. It was catching. Haney was trying to catch it right here. It'll catch it right on top of the head, or he defends. He doesn't defend well against that overhand left. That's what I've noticed from Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? And besides that, he completely abandons his jab. Like Jojo Diaz is not a jabber at all. He typically abandons his jab. That's how he lost. That's how he got his first loss against Gary Russell. 0 jab. And Jojo Diaz was able to out jab him in the fight, which was eye opening to me because Devin Haney is one of the best jabbers in boxing. That's like his specialty. I think that's the best thing about him is his jab. I don't think it's his defense. I don't think it's his speed. Nothing. I think that his jab is his best asset. Now back to what I was saying. Regis is the harder puncher, right? But this is what I'm gonna say that's good about Regis Prograis. Hard puncher, good conditioning, gritty. He got dog in him for sure. I've seen it in the Josh Taylor fight. That boy got dog. And he could be elusive whenever he pulls it out the bag. Is he elusive consistently? No. That's what I've noticed with him. But he does have skill in the defensive department. He does. I've seen him like really get in the rhythm and do some little flashy things with his defense. So he got some sturdy defense. You know what I mean? But he also gets in moments where he does get touched. You know what I mean? And he has extremely slow feet. When Devin Haney said that, I was like, damn. Like, you could tell that he's actually been watching Regis. You know what I mean? You could tell he's been studying film because that's one of the first things that I noticed about him. You know what I'm saying? Economical with his punches, slow feet. You know what I mean? And I think that alone, I think that alone is tailor-made for somebody like Devin Haney who has fast feet, an intelligent fighter with a good jab. And I think that Regis has hand speed, but I think Devin is faster than him, honestly. So there's a lot of things that I think that Devin's also the more athletic fighter. Hood Rich says, I don't know why I feel like he's gonna be real elusive this fight. That's possible because he keeps on bringing up the idea of being skillful in this fight. In my fights, I never had to use skill, but I've been in the gym working. I'm going to outskill him. I'm going to even heard him say that he was going to outbox Devin Haney, which I think is a horrible mindset to have going into this fight. Unless he's fronting and he just disguising it behind what he's really going to do. I think that it's a bad idea to even have that type of approach where you think you about to sit here and just box with Devin Haney. You know what I mean? Like, you're not that type of fighter. I think that a lot of fighters, their pride really hurts them. With his slow feet, he shuffles his feet, throwing his jab. Yeah, what was I saying? That comment threw me off. What I was saying was, what was I saying? Damn, that shit completely threw me off. But what I'm trying to say is that I think that I think that stylistically speaking, I think that Devin Haney has the advantages that make him most likely the favorite or the one to most likely win the fight. You know what I mean? There is things that Regis could do. But overall, I feel like Devin has a little bit too much for him in the boxing department. I think that he's gonna have trouble catching up to Devin Haney's feet. I think he's gonna have trouble cutting the ring off. And I think that when he tries to initiate his offense, I think Devin Haney's gonna meet him with, you know what I mean, gonna meet him with a jab or his combination punching. You know what I mean? That's what I personally think. I don't think Regis has that. Like, he has dog in him. Let's not get that mistaken or anything like that. He got dog in him, but I don't know if he got that. How can I say this? I don't know if he got that ruggedness to him. Like I said, for De Los Santos and Shakur, I called it. You know what I'm saying? I was saying how if De Los Santos actually wanted to be successful against Shakur Stevenson, he was going to have to make it a rough, tough fight. What did he do? He tried to sit there and play chess with Shakur. Terrible performance from Shakur, but he outboxed him with one hand, pretty much. You know what I mean? From what I saw. So I said De Los Santos needed to take that approach. He didn't. He sat there and tried to play chess with Shakur, got outboxed. I can see the same thing happen to Regis Prograis if he decides he wants to box with Devin Haney. I honestly see that. You know what I mean? I think for him to be as successful as possible, which I'm rooting for Regis Prograis. I would love for him to win this fight. You know what I mean? Plitz says Devin Haney and Shakur are the best in the division. What division? They're not even in the same division anymore. You talking about 135? You talking about 140? Because if you're talking about 140, Shakur never been there. And if you're talking about 35, Devin Haney ain't there no more. You know what I'm saying? If Devin is throwing combinations, you think Regis can catch him in between punches? Yeah, I definitely think he can. If you check out my video that I put out earlier, you're most vulnerable while you're throwing punches. You're lacking the most defensively while you're throwing punches. You know what I'm saying? And I was saying in that video that I had put out earlier that Regis Prograis should make this a rough, tough fight and get Devin Haney out of his style. You know what I mean? And what I mean by that is getting him out of the whole hit and not get hit type situation. How do you do that? By making him uncomfortable, walking him to the ropes, applying pressure, letting your hands go consistently throughout the rounds. High value type approach. You know what I mean? And if Devin Haney's back is against the wall, he's not able to get his game off, which is the outboxing, the movement, and everything like that. He's gonna have to defend himself. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna have to defend himself. And how is he gonna be able to do that? By letting his hands go, regardless of whether he's on the ropes or not. And I think that if Regis and Devin Haney are throwing at the same time, I call those 50-50 exchanges because anybody could get clipped in that exchange. They're both throwing hands at the same time. And I was saying Regis is very capable of punching with Devin Haney and catching him with a sharp shot that either Devin won't see or it will just rock him. And that's something that could get him a knockdown, that could get Devin hurt, or it could possibly get him a stoppage. You know what I'm saying? So to answer your question, Si, Regis could definitely catch him in between punches. Anybody could get caught between punches. Like I said, that's when you're the most vulnerable defensively. You know what I mean? So that's what I was noticing. I was so mad watching that fight. I was like, De Los Santos apply more pressure because Shakur is just going to keep moving and boxing the whole fight. Yeah, I think Shakur got all of the criticism when partially some of it should have went in De Los Santos' direction. There was a lot of adjustments that he did not make. He did not make any adjustments in that fight. He was content with just sitting there and boxing with Shakur, even when he knew he was down. You know what I'm saying? He know he wasn't doing enough. He was just cool getting the rounds in. Didn't show any type of urgency from what I noticed. Didn't want to apply the pressure correctly to make Shakur fight a fight that he wasn't used to, especially if he was injured. If he was injured, you should have put him in a situation where he had to throw that hand. You know what I'm saying? Or you know what I mean? Make him second guess the whole fight. Make him shell up. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of things. Tank only fought Ryan, who was a YouTuber. Ryan Garcia is not a YouTuber, my brother. I don't know why people even talking about that. I don't even know why people even saying that. Like, Ryan Garcia, I mean, he used social media as a tool to promote himself and become a more known fighter. But Ryan Garcia came from the amateurs, bro. Like, this man fought Devin Haney in the amateurs, fought Shakur in the amateurs, like, had a sturdy amateur record as well. I think he even won some national titles. So I don't think we could call him some type of like influencer / YouTube boxer. Like, no, he's a real boxer that happened to get that happened to use social media to his benefit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I think. You know what I mean? Maybe he cared about social media too much at one point, but honestly, he used it as a tool to get him to be the well-known fighter that he is today, to give him the paydays that he receives today, to be one of the most popular fighters in boxing today. He's a legitimate fighter. I'm not going to classify him with the Jake Pauls and KSIs. That's not happening. You know what I'm saying? And that's just discrediting Gervonta Davis winning. That's something I'm not going to do. You know what I mean? So that's kind of corny. Pop with the drop. He says, I think Tank Davis is going to retire without even fighting Shakur or Haney. I don't think so at all. I think that Gervonta has expressed multiple times in interviews and just speaking on social media and things like that that he's going to fight both of them dudes. And then he was contemplating the idea of retiring. But he sounded like he got a target on both of their backs. Now, when is it going to happen? We don't know. We don't know. You know what I'm saying? But it seems like he's real adamant about fighting both dudes. I think that we're going to get those fights. It's just a matter of what weight class and what time frame. You know what I'm saying? Because Devin Haney has made it clear he's not going back down to 35, which I knew. I knew as soon as he was fighting Regis, he wasn't coming back down. You know what I mean? So if he does fight Gervonta, will it be at 140? Will it be a catch weight in between 35 and 40? Is there going to be a rehydration clause? There's so many factors that could honestly ruin this fight. But Tank sound like he won both of them, so we're just gonna have to wait and see. D for the win says, Mark, what up? How you doing, man? What's up? What's up? But yeah, man, it's fight week for Regis Prograis and Devin Haney. I don't know exactly who's on the undercard or anything like that. I guess I'll just figure it out for myself. But it seems it's a great fight, man. A lot of people in this began promoted well. It was their face off was a trending video on YouTube. Did like a 500,000, did a 500,000 views in like I think a couple days. You know what I'm saying? I think that he did that in a couple days. They've been doing a great job building themselves up and just talking trash and getting the people's attention and stuff like that. And from what I saw with the tickets, it seemed like they're doing pretty well with the tickets as well. I'm not sure exactly what the numbers are, but I seen like a diagram of like the seating, and it seems like a good percentage of them have been sold out. So that's dope. You know what I mean? That's dope for boxing. That's dope for boxing. You know what I mean? And a lot of people are rooting for Regis Prograis to win as well. And there's people that's confident that Regis Prograis could defeat Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? But I honestly believe here at Mazuma TV, I genuinely believe that if he does not make the adjustments necessary to make Devin Haney uncomfortable and make a fight that he's not accustomed to, and he just does typical Regis Prograis stuff, he's going to get outboxed. That's what I think. And what's crazy is I say these things, and it's like, oh, man, you're a Devin Haney fan. It's like, bro, come on, man. Y'all know me. I don't rock with Devin Haney, but at the same time, I got to be realistic. You know what I mean? I'm not going to sit here and act like Regis Prograis is going to blow Devin out the water. Bro, I look at Regis Prograis. I see what he's capable of doing. I see what he brings to the table. I don't think that's enough to beat Devin Haney, bro. Now, if we talking about Gervonta Davis, oh yeah, we definitely gonna say how we feel about that and what's gonna happen to Devin. Shakur, I even got Shakur doing what he doing. You know what I'm saying? So, but Regis Prograis, I just don't think he's that level of a fighter. He's good enough to be champion. He's a 2-time world champion at 140. But going against somebody that has the tools that Devin Haney has, I think he's gonna have a rough night. You know what I'm saying? I just think it's a bad style matchup. It's no knock on Regis Prograis and stuff like that, but it just is what it is. Shout out to my boy Southpaw TV with the $2 super chat. He said Mark is a good person. Appreciate that, man. Thank you very much, man. Southpaw is the man. And he's a good person as well, man. He's a great person, man. Been supporting the channel since day one. Really comes out of his way sometimes to help me out, and I genuinely appreciate that, man. A lot of my subscribers have come to my channel because of Southpaw TV. Very appreciative for the man. Thank you very much. We got 28 people in the building, man. Hit the like button as soon as you come in, man. Thank you very much. It is much appreciated. Pop with the drop says Regis was calling out Tank Davis. We hear he was coming up to 140, but Tank went after Mario Barrios. I mean, everybody calling out Gervonta Davis, though. Everybody call out Gervonta Davis. I saw Super L call him out. I've heard Devin say his name. I heard Shakur say his name. Isaac Cruz calling him out. Bro, Floyd Schofield. Everybody, bro. Everybody. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Ain't nothing we could really That when you a popular fighter and you sell like Tank Davis does, and they know that you actually bringing some type of money to the table, they want that money, bro. They want that status. They want that money. Yeah, they gonna call you out. They call Floyd out all the time. They call Canelo out all the time. You know what I'm saying? People be barking all the time, bro. People call out Devin Haney. People call out Shakur. Jermaine Ortiz been calling out Shakur for months already. But it is what it is, bro. That comes with the game. The more popular you are, the more targets you have on your back. So it is what it is. I think Montana Love is on the undercard, but Montana's scary for faking that injury to not fight Hitchens. I don't know exactly what happened with that situation, man, but hopefully they're able to run it back. I think they still on the same platform, the zone. I think they both rock with Eddie Hearn, so Eddie Hearn got to make that happen, bro. And if Montana Love won't be a turkey about it, don't want to fight Hitchens, then, you know what I'm saying, he got to go about his business. He got to go do something else. Mimi, what up? How you doing? Good to see you back on the channel. Marco Leon says Abdullah Mason is a future star of the 135 division. Abdullah Mason is extremely skilled, sharp as hell. So yeah. He one of my prospects I keep my eye on. This what I'm gonna tell y'all right now that I think honestly gonna make some noise in boxing. Abdullah Mason is one of them. I think Bruce Carrington is a problem. I think Xander Zayas is a problem. Who else? I think when it's all said and done, I think Jared Anderson gonna get a world title. Who else? Raymond Mortataya is nasty. I think Raymond Ford gonna pick up a belt eventually. It's a few of them, man. Shout out to Raymond Ford out there in Camden. That's 5-minute drive from Philly. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Raymond Ford. Floyd Schofield versus Abdullah Mason is a dream fight. Yeah, but from what I've seen, I think how many fights Schofield got already? Like 16? He got more fights than I thought. I was like, damn, they must have been moving him pretty fast, bro. Mario Barrios has more skills than Regis, though. In the offensive area, yeah. The problem with Barrios is like he could be hit, and I feel like Regis could get slippery. You know what I'm saying, in the ring. So, you know what I'm saying, I don't know. I think Regis might beat Mario Barrios if there was the fight at 40, but I don't know. That's just me though. I think that pressure will break Mario. Abdullah Mason versus Raymond Mortataya. I think Raymond Mortataya too grown for Abdullah Mason, man. I think he got too. I think he's too much man for him. That's what I think. Floyd says he'll fight JoJo Diaz next if he with it. You must be talking about Schofield. But yeah, I seen JoJo Diaz reply to him. I was like, yo, I see you in February. I don't know exactly what they got going on. I don't know what's going on. How close you keep up with boxing? Do you watch the young people in national boxing championships or in Golden Glove championships? Not everybody around the country. I like to watch the amateurs that's coming up in Philly. That's in the nationals, like Johnny Rivera, like Juan Rivera. They call him Johnny Rocky, monster. You know what I'm saying? We got a kid over here named Salim Bey, monster. I think they out there. Right now in the Olympic trials or some shit like that. Doing their thing, man. You know what I mean? But for the most part, I really stick to like Philly amateur boxers because I've seen them come up in the gym personally. I watch, like, I keep up with them, but like I don't really pay too much attention to the amateur boxing scene all like that, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm much more experienced in the pro boxing realm. You know what I mean? Like I've cornered like 40-something professional boxing belts. You know what I'm saying? That's something that I grew up doing. The amateurs, I got at least like 8 active amateurs right now, but they all like sub-novice or novice guy. I think I only have one open class amateur, Derek Moore. He got 10 fights, so he just turned open class. So I'm building my way. Into the amateur scene, but I went straight to the pros when I started training boxers. You know what I'm saying? Not gonna lie, I think Schofield gonna hurt JoJo Diaz when they fight. Well, JoJo Diaz, he's been lacking a lot of discipline, man. I think like he came in extremely overweight in one of his last fights. He having legal trouble, and he's been having some mediocre performances. He's losing to dudes. I think he lost to William Cepeda, and it seemed like Jojo Diaz just looking for a fight, not moving strategically at all. They just throwing him to the lions, and he just taking them how it come. You know what I'm saying? Have you heard or seen Wano Walton? If so, ain't that like the actor? He was like on some show or something like that. I had looked up his boxing record on USA Boxing one time to see if he was legit. He had a good amount of fights, but I never really seen him. You know what I'm saying? I never really seen him around. He ain't never been around here from what I know, so I can't really speak on him. Keyshawn got to fight Mordecai. That'd be a hell of a fight. Hell of a fight. Now, Keyshawn get past Mordecai, and that's a guaranteed future world champion right there, in my opinion. I rate Mordecai that heavy. I think that would be a great fight. That's a 50-50 fight for real. For real, it's just that Keyshawn, he's more well known, so he might be the favorite. But if you watch Raymond Mordecai, bro, he's nasty, bro. He's nasty. What you think of Shakur Cousin? He been boxing for 3 years. He cold. Well, he been boxing for 3 years now, and he won the nationals against Carmel, from what I heard. I never seen him fight. I didn't even get to see the fight between him and Carmel, so I can't really speak on it. But if he just started 3 years ago and already won a national tournament, that's impressive. But yeah, I can't really speak too much on it because I don't know nothing about him. But there's not too many people that to say they started boxing 3 years ago and got a national title under their belt. It's not like the Golden Glove. It's not like a local Golden Glove tournament. Like in the whole country, he won the whole thing. That's impressive. You know what I'm saying? But it's fight week. You know what I mean? Like I said, it's fight week. It's fight week. I want to know, yo, there's 31 people in the building, man. Thank you guys for tuning in. Hit the like button, man. If y'all just coming in, I'm gonna ask y'all a question right now. Who do y'all got winning between Devin Haney and Regis Prograis, and in what fashion? So y'all got to leave Devin Haney decision, Devin Haney knockout, or Regis Prograis decision, Regis Prograis knockout, draw, whatever. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Mordecai will be throwing lethal shots. That's crazy, holy hands. I just said that. What's your prediction? I'm gonna leave. There's gonna be some comments right here, and I'm gonna let y'all know my prediction right after the fact. Mordecai will be throwing lethal shots. That's a fact. He nasty, bro. That Jeremiah Nakatila dude, I think he stopped him in one round. Anonymous says Haney via boxing showcase, so he think he gonna put a boxing clinic on Regis Prograis. SM down H9, he says Devin decision, he don't KO people. Yeah. Can't be mad at that. Let me know y'all comments, man. Who y'all got? So far, three Haneys by unanimous decision. G-Bo says Haney by unanimous decision. Okay. I see where it's leaning towards already. Anonymous says he gonna outbox the man. Show on the man. That's why everyone wants to fight Canelo because he's the face of boxing. Everybody wants to fight Canelo, and people say he's ducking David. It's just not David. It's Bud Crawford, Munguia. What? It's just not David. It's Bud Crawford, Jaime Munguia, other David. Look, this what you don't understand, bro. This what you don't understand. While David Benavidez was the mandatory for 2 years already for that WBC world title, Canelo is fighting dudes that's moving up in weight. Like I don't even who was it? Jermell Charlo, of course. He moved up 2 weight classes. Do you mean to tell me Jermell Charlo was more deserving of a fight at 168 than the number 168-pound guy for your belt? How about John Ryder? Was John Ryder more deserving of a fight with Canelo than David Benavidez? It don't really make sense to me. So when you say stuff like that, and then he also goes on to say that he's not fighting Mexicans no more, and all of a sudden now he's possibly about to fight Jaime Munguia. There's a lot of contradictory statements from Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez says, "Oh, they all want to fight me. Why don't they fight each other?" David Benavidez has went on to beat an opponent that you also beat, and Caleb Plant, and then he beat a guy that you didn't want to fight all the way back at 154 pounds, was Demetrius Andre, and stomped him. So it's like he's making more statements to all of the guys you possibly naming as possible opponents. So why not face David Benavidez? If he's the more demanded fight, why not fight David Benavidez? Who is possibly on his list that's more deserving at a fight at 100 for 168-pound supremacy than David Benavidez? So since we getting into that. Hold on. Let's get the rest of these Jones. Haney by TKO in the 11th round. It's a big gamble, but I'm throwing it out there. Okay. He got Haney stopping Regis. Devin unanimous decision. Hopefully Regis could get a knockdown. Regis TKO 10th round. That name is crazy. And that profile pic crazy, but we gonna let it rock. Holy Hand says Regis gotta get in on him and put that pressure. Haney gotta stay away from that power. Let's see who plans work. Let's go, Regis. Holy Hands is rule for Regis. Mark, who do you think wins between Schofield and Keyshawn? I think Keyshawn a little bit more polished than Schofield right now. That's what I think. Schofield hasn't really shown me anything. He need to fight somebody notable for him to really get my attention. That's just what I think, though. Canelo beat Triple G. He was better than Benavidez. Based off of what? So name 3 notable names that Triple G beat prior to Canelo Alvarez. Name 3. I'll give you one. I'll give you Danny Jacobs. Munguia gonna get knocked out by Case. I think he meant to say Canelo. If they fight, he gets rocked like every fight. He do get hit. That boy do get hit. That man sounds like a casual for real. Let's see Munguia fight Morrell. Yeah, I don't think like who has Munguia beat to really deserve a Canelo fight? Sergey Derevyanchenko? Come on, man. Munguia gonna get knocked out against Canelo if they fight. He gonna get rocked like every fight he has. I think I already said that. Bro is holding 3 belts. Just fight the man. Which Benavidez beat too? Yeah. He beat David Lemieux. Yeah, he beat David Lemieux. And I'll say that Triple G beat a fresher version, a more dangerous version of David Lemieux that David Benavidez did. But at the same time, Triple G made his name off of the coattail of Canelo Alvarez. That man has even started his career out for fights with Canelo Alvarez when he could have fought dudes like Erislandy Lara. There was a point in time where he could have fought Andre Ward. There was a point in time that he could have fought Jamal Charlo. He gave up his belt, and the belt automatically went over to Jamal Charlo. People really don't talk about that, bro. He really didn't want to fight Jamal, so they took the belt off of him and handed it to Jamal. You know what I'm saying? Okay, David Lemieux. David Lemieux was a champion who his best win was Gabe Rosado, who everybody in the world had beat. All right, so let's literally, can we really legitimize? I mean, David Lemieux was world champion. Yeah, he got some highlight reel knockouts. Yeah, his Curtis Stevens knockout was deadly. Yeah, but what type of killer was David Lemieux? I rate Danny Jacobs higher than David Lemieux. You say Kell Brook. Kell Brook never fought at 160 prior to that. He had to move up 2 weight classes like Jamel did for Canelo. So is that really that's crazy that you're pointing out Kell Brook as one of his best opponents? That man wasn't even a middleweight. He wasn't even a middleweight. He was the IBF welterweight world champion when Triple G fought him. Welterweight, not super welterweight, not middleweight, welterweight. And this is who y'all holding like. Come on, man. Triple G's resume is shitty. Keep it a buck. Keep it a buck. What you mean, Shay? What you talking about? Bro, GGG was 35 years old. This guy a clown. What you talking about? Floyd What about that Floyd kid versus Carmel? They're not in the same weight class, I believe. I believe Carmel is at 130, and Floyd Schofield is at 35. And from how the way it looks, I don't think Schofield gonna be at 35 much longer. How the way his frame look, he look like he gonna jump up ASAP. SM down H9 says WBC WBA is making super cruiserweight division 200 to 224. You think it's a good idea? Whatever happened to Bridgerweight? Whatever happened to Bridgerweight? Remember that was the thing? Now they got the super cruiserweight division? Bro, I'm cool off of all of that, man. The last thing we need is another weight class with 4 more belts, bro. We don't need that. Trust me. We don't need that at all. Sai says that is Bridgerweight. Okay, so why they so what, they renamed it? Like, what's going on? Why they announcing it as if that's like a new thing? I've been heard about that. I don't understand. I heard about that like probably a year or two ago. David Benavidez did duck Morrell. You can't deny that. Bro, David Morrell has like 8 or 9 fights and has not faced anybody notable. Like, what are we really talking about? He ducking David Morrell? Crazy, bro. That's crazy. David Benavidez says that he's gonna fight Morrell before he leave the division. Y'all so cool with Canelo delaying the Benavidez fight, but y'all have a problem with Benavidez delaying the Morrell fight when this dude don't even got 10 fights. Come on, dog. GGG fell in love with Canelo and lost his career. I agree with that. I think that he solely depended on Canelo Alvarez to get by. You know what I'm saying? Attach his name to Canelo, and then all he wanted to fight was Canelo. He got 3 fights. And then hasn't been back in boxing since he lost to him at 68. Morrell's father publicly said they don't want that fight yet. What is that guy talking about? I didn't even see that. But if that's true, then that just solidifies. That just throws away all the ducking claims about Benavidez and Morrell. It's crazy. Matias is a monster. I just found out he had a fight where sadly his opponent, Maxim Dadashev, yeah. I watched that fight live, bro. That was heartbreaking to see. The moments that he had with his trainer before they stopped the fight, man, that was real sad to see, bro. But yeah, Matias is a monster, bro. Matias is different. A lot of these dudes that you think talented, I think he'll break them, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think anybody that beats Subriel gonna have to go through hell to do it. That's what I think. So you just admit David did duck David Morrell. Bro, what do y'all, bro, do y'all like lack comprehension skills? Like, I said, how did Benavidez duck Morrell when Morrell only got like 8 or 9 fights and has not beat anybody notable? Could y'all name one person that Morrell has faced that has been notable? Notable. Because they clearly building him. They're clearly building this dude. They're in the process of building him, but they ended up getting a WBA regular title in the process, whatever version of WBA belt they got. Name one person that Morrell has faced that was notable, that we know of, that was like, did he beat a Caleb Plant? Did he beat a Darrell brother? Who did Morrell beat for y'all to be so convinced that Benavidez is ducking him? That's what I'm asking. Like, it's crazy to me, bro. That really don't make any sense. And Benavidez said that he fighting David Morrell. Amanda Serrano relinquished her WBC title. Yeah, I posted about that on my community page, man. Like I said, Mazuma TV backs Amanda Serrano's decision 1,000%. You know what I mean? If she feels like she wants equality in women's boxing and wants them 12 3-minute rounds, that she's entitled to do so. She's the one that's fighting at the end of the day. She's already making history. She's the first Puerto Rican fighter to become undisputed in boxing history. She's the first woman to get a 7-figure payday, fight purse, and sponsorships. And is the first woman, from what I understand, I could be wrong, to do 12 rounds, 3 minutes in a world title fight. Sold out Madison Square Garden with another female. You know what I'm saying? Amanda Serrano is goated. She's an all-time great, men or women. The shit that she's doing in women's boxing, we didn't even think was possible. Amanda Serrano was making $5,000 for world title fights a couple years ago. Like, really take that into consideration. She was fighting for 5 racks. And she was world champion, one of the best fighters in the world. And she was only getting compensated $5,000. I know people that fight down South Philly in little clubs and make $5,000 without ticket percentages. So she was able to run up 7 divisions. I think she passed up Oscar De La Hoya. The only person that's ahead of her is Manny Pacquiao. De La Hoya got 6 divisions that he was champion in. Serrano got 7 divisions. Pacquiao got 8 divisions. She's right up there, bro. I'm trying to tell you. She's one of the greatest fighters ever, bro. I'm telling you, she goated. She goated. So I support her decision. If she wants to, if women really want that, give that to them. And the fact that WBC is so like hell bent on not giving them that right, after seeing the type of Amanda had an amazing performance. Had an amazing performance for that time frame and showed that women are capable of doing so. And I've heard multiple women come out and say that they want that. So if they want that, why are y'all stopping it? Why the WBC is like they swear they rule boxing. Like they have more of a say than the fighters, bro. They think that they're bigger than the fighters, bro. They have a certain level of arrogance that I don't respect at all. It throws me off, bro. Like, who is the WBC? Without the fighters, nobody would care about y'all. Wouldn't nobody give a fuck about who y'all are? And I think what's bothering the WBC, they gonna be assed out in a little bit, man. Once these fighters realize that they don't need them belts to validate themselves as being the best fighters in the world, they're gonna be in trouble. Once they realize that what's that shit called? Sanctioning fees. Once they realize they're negotiable and not like a flat fee, I think they're gonna be in trouble, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think. But like James Toney said back in the day, the WBC stands for We Be Crooks, and it's been like that for a minute, bro. It's been like that for a minute. I made a video way back about that. I did pretty well on my channel. I was just speaking about all the. I think it was about Amanda Serrano and her not getting her just due. You know what I'm saying? The WBC trying to shoot down her 3-minute round type situation. So I started speaking about all the corrupt things that the WBC was doing. Since when did they have the best interest in fighters? Well, when all they've done is take money from fighters and treat them like trash. You know what I'm saying? Morrell is just now becoming a contender. He's just in the beginning stages of his career. You already know the excuses that David beats him. Morrell wasn't ready for it. Yeah, they're going to be like, yo, Morrell wasn't ready. The same thing that I'm saying about him. Oh, he only had 8 fights. Oh, he was too green. Same thing they said about Canelo and Floyd, where Canelo was like 42-0. You know what I'm saying? Crazy, bro. Hold on real quick. Duarte should fight De Los Santos. I would like to see Isaac Cruz and De Los Santos fight each other. Frank Martin, De Los Santos, I want to see shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Duarte deserves a fight with De Los Santos just because he lost to Ryan. I want to see actual like top rated contenders at 35 fight De Los Santos because he a top rated contender. So let's see Isaac Cruz, Edwin De Los Santos. Let's see Frank Martin and Isaac Cruz. Let's see Frank Martin and Edwin De Los Santos. Let's see them three mix it up. That'd be a hell of a fight. Where the hell is Andy Ruiz fighting, bro? Well, if y'all listen to Deontay Wilder, they said that they was trying to make a fight happen. They was pricing themselves out, and Deontay Wilder said that the higher ups they not liking what Andy Ruiz doing right now, so they gonna sit him on the shelf. So don't be surprised if Andy Ruiz don't fight for a while because he making it he making bad business moves and he's pricing himself out of some great fights. Yo, did you see Andy Ruiz got removed from the WBC rankings? Yeah, I seen that, and it was due to inactivity. And I think I think that they not wrong for doing that. That's one thing I'm not gonna shit on the WBC for. It's not like this dude just running through people in the rankings and then they removed them or anything like that. This man, he's not fighting, bro. He hasn't fought since Luis Ortiz. I don't even know how long ago that was. That was a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? So with that being considered, it's like, does he really deserve to have a ranking in the WBC? It's a shame that he stood so inactive with the WBC that Francis Ngannou has a ranking there and he doesn't. And Ngannou only has one fight. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. You don't want to see Shakur versus Martin? I'll take that. You know what I mean? I think they'll have a good little build up because Shakur gonna be talking about how he, you know what I'm saying, he gonna call him all types of names and say that he ducked the first time. That'd be a good little build up. I ain't gonna lie to you. And that's I would see that. Because I don't think Shakur gonna fight Tank or Devin anytime soon. So to keep himself busy against a good name, why not? We had some great sparring today and had some OGs in the building who actually been doing promos and managing for a minute. It's always an honor to be in conversation with the old timers who can relate. Yeah, bro. You gotta come. Yeah, if you was to come to my gym, we got a lot of old timers. One of the head trainers at our gym is Coach Sharon Baker. She done been in the game for 50 years already, bro. Done worked with Joe Frazier. You know what I'm saying? Was partners with brother Nazim Richardson. She helped train Steve Cunningham, who was a two-time cruiserweight world champion. Carl Dargan, who was a decorated amateur. Who else? She helped with when brother Nazim was training Shane Mosley for the Floyd fight. Bernard Hopkins. You know what I'm saying? So to hear her, and then she got pictures like and at the Hall of Fame back in the day with like Ken Norton and Roberto Duran and bro, listen. I'm trying to tell you, bro. I love being around them too. I know exactly what you're talking about. Did Brian Castano retire? I don't think he has fought since his rematch with Charlo. I don't know if he necessarily retired. I guess he just waiting. I don't know. I don't know how long it's been a while though. It's been a while though. I don't know what's up with Castano. But Castano, I think that I would like to see him versus Tim Tszyu. I think that'd be a great fight. That'd be smoke. That'd be a great style matchup right there. Tim Tszyu probably a little bit too big for Castano, but that'd be a good jump. Man, Andy Ruiz had his Buster Douglas moment. Not a fan of AJ, but he caught AJ at the right time. Looked trash in the rematch. Looked trash against Areola. Knocked down, saved him against Luis Ortiz. I agree with you. That's he definitely looking like a Buster Douglas, unfortunately. Oshaki versus Cordina at 130. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I haven't seen much of Joe Cordina. And Foster, I haven't seen him much neither. Not gonna lie to you. I've seen clips like here and there. From what I've seen, I was a little bit impressed with what Oshaki was doing. But Cordina, on the other hand, I haven't really watched. I ain't gonna lie to you. 130 just seemed like it's not really intriguing to me. Serrano is probably going to fight in Puerto Rico as her next fight. If she gets the Katie Taylor rematch and wins, I can see her retiring from boxing. Nothing else to prove. There's this girl that they piping up right now. They saying that since Amanda Serrano relinquished the WBC title, that the WBC interim champion that Amanda was somehow ducking. Her name was like Sky Nicholson or some shit like that. And they saying how Sky Nicholson will beat Amanda Serrano easily. I never seen the girl fight. I can't really speak on it. But they like really hyping this girl up, and apparently she only got like 8 or 9 fights. So Castaño did offer to welcome Spence to 154. That's a good style matchup too, man. That's a good style matchup. But for real, I think Castaño is like undersized for 154. He seems real small. He really looked like a welterweight for real, for real. Like he looked like Keith Thurman size. Like he don't look big at all. What you think of this Joshua Wilder fight in the same card, but they not versus each other? Yeah, you probably new to the channel. I had spoken on this. I spoke about this a while back when it was first announced. I think that their whole plan is to have them, and this all happened because Eddie Hearn and Anthony Joshua don't want the Deontay Wilder fight right now. They called him out for the whole build up to the Robert Helenius fight, saying that Wilder was next, and that somehow Wilder is on the same card as them, but that's not their opponent. They want to, and then after the during the post-fight press conference, Joshua was talking about wanting to get he wanted to get one more fight in. And I guess that's what he wanted to do. He wants to be in the best position possible to beat Deontay Wilder. It's something that he said on camera. Besides threatening to freeze Wilder out, he said that when he does fight him, he'll be in the best position possible to win. And I think that's what he's sticking by. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, hopefully Joshua comes out successful against Otto Wilder, which I think is going to be a tough fight on the low for him. And hopefully Deontay Wilder comes out successful against Joseph Parker. You know what I'm saying? Which might be a tough fight for him too, considering Wilder's inactivity. So we just going to have to wait to see. And Wilder spoke like constantly about how he didn't have much time to train and, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. So we got to pay close attention to that as well. Do you think Valdez should leave Reynoso? He has not been looking himself lately. That might not have nothing to do with Reynoso, though, Marco. I don't know. I'm not one of them, man. Like, I'm a boxing trainer, right? So my thing is I got a different perspective from everybody else. So typically when a fighter is doing bad, a trainer could have something to do with it, but at the same time, simultaneously, it might not have nothing to do with the trainer. It might be some outside things. It may be a mental thing. And both of those things a coach cannot control. So until we figure out exactly what's going on with Oscar Valdez, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I just find it funny that after he popped dirty for that banned substance, ever since then he hasn't been looking the same. You know what I mean? So that's a little thing I noticed about him. He came off a career best win against Miguel Burchelt. And ever since then, ever since he got caught with that banned substance, he's been looking subpar. You know what I mean? Very beatable. I remember that picture of Castaño and Virgil when Virgil was still at 47, and Virgil looked way bigger than Castaño. Yeah, Castaño is very undersized for the weight, but he's extremely aggressive, strong, you know what I mean, explosive, so he's able to, I guess, neutralize himself being undersized, similar to Isaac Cruz, who's an undersized lightweight. Sky won't get the fight. The only reason she had a chance of getting the fight is because WBC mandatory challenger was Sky, and Amanda just gave the belt back. Yeah, but people making it seem like Amanda gave the belt back because of Sky. You know what I mean? If y'all did see Sky fight, what do y'all think of her as a fighter? Is she good? Okay, we'll see what happens. Let me see what she was talking about. Yeah. I guess we're going to have to see what happens with that Joshua Wilder situation. Valdez was heartbroken after the Navarrete loss. Yeah, I think that what probably hurt him more than anything was him losing to another Mexican. You know what I'm saying? It affects Mexicans different when they lose to people that's from their same country. You know what I'm saying? I think that's exactly why Canelo doesn't want to fight other Mexican fighters. When he said he don't want to fight Mexico because he represents Mexico, I think what he really means by that is he wants to be the representation of Mexico, and he doesn't want to potentially fight a Mexican fighter that could throw him off of the top of the totem pole. That's what I think. That's what I personally think. But maybe I'm reaching. Maybe I'm overanalyzing things. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. So let's get into the whole Terence Crawford situation, man. According to a tweet, the Terence Crawford and Canelo situation. There was a tweet by Michael Benson. That says that according to rumors, I think the source was ESPN Knockouts. I'm not sure exactly what it was, but talking about possible Canelo Alvarez opponents Um, it's the same thing. Canelo doesn't want to experience if Benavidez beats him. Yeah, I agree with you, Ralph. Yep, we see eye to eye. But they were talking about possible Canelo opponents for May, and it seems like the leading candidates are Jaime Munguia, which people have been bringing up continuously, Terence Crawford, which kind of threw me off. I ain't gonna lie to you. With David Benavidez looking like more of a short thing in September. You know what I'm saying? So this is something that they've been saying nonstop for now. The rumors have all suggested they all pointing in Jaime Munguia's direction. And now they mentioning Terence Crawford as a possibility. So Terence Crawford, hopefully, that might be something that might be realistic for him. Because for real, they saying that rematch with Earl is most likely going to happen in early 2024. And if it happens early 2024, February, March, that'll give him time to, if he doesn't take any damage, fight Canelo in May. You know what I'm saying? So I can see that happening as well. David Benavidez has been anticipating that he won't fight him until September. So he wants to knock off a possible opponent that Canelo may face, which is Jamal Charlo, which is a fight that he's looking forward to next if he doesn't get Canelo right away. Gervonta Davis hasn't faced any top tier fighter skill wise. Ryan Garcia is trash. He cherry picking like Canelo. Hey man, you entitled to your opinion, man. I think that those fights that you asking for are gonna happen soon, so we just have to stay optimistic about that. Thoughts on Terence Crawford refusing to do an interview with Ellie Seckbeck in his presence? Well, I think Ellie Seckbeck is a clown. You know what I'm saying? I don't watch his videos at all. I used to watch him when I was a young kid coming up because Mikey Garcia was one of my favorite fighters, and he was constantly in their camp out in Oxnard and Riverside. But Ellie Seckbeck disrespectful, dog. Like I ain't like his whole speaking on Black Lives Matter situation. I didn't like that. I seen like some things he said about people who were standing up for the Black Lives Matters movement, things of that nature. He also he talks crazy about fighters and has the audacity to try to ask them questions and be in their face. It's like, bro, you publicly talk trash about dudes like Devin Haney. You publicly talk trash about dudes like Tyson Fury. That's why Tyson Fury kicked them out. Bro, you talk greasy. You disrespect fighters. You don't give them their credit. When as you as a reporter, you're supposed to remain as objective as possible and bring people the information that they want to know. You know what I'm saying? But I guess Ellie Seckbeck feeling himself, you know what I'm saying? Even like no boxing reporter should be going at it with a boxer's father. Like, why are you going back and forth with Bill Haney, bro? As a reporter, you're supposed to have a level of objectivity. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be as objective as possible, bring the facts to the table, and ask the hard questions that nobody else is able to ask these fighters. You know what I mean? And promote the biggest fights possible. That's what you're supposed to do as a reporter. And I don't like Ellie Seckbeck at all. You know what I'm saying? I don't like him. I think he's disrespectful to certain fighters. You know what I mean? I think that as a reporter, bro, you should, you know what I mean? I'm gonna keep it a buck. For real, bro. Shout out to dudes like YSL Sports Media, man. I'm gonna tell you why. Not because he's from Philly, but because this man rarely ever gives his opinion. He asks the questions that people want to know. The fighters give them the answers. He puts it out to the media without even offering a single opinion. He don't talk crazy about nobody, bro. He just brings you the news. That's true reporting, man. The GOAT, he says Ellie is a nice guy, though. I don't know if he's a nice guy, bro, because I don't think a nice guy will really come out of his way to disrespect fighters. You know what I'm saying? That don't say nothing crazy about him. Now, if these fighters are jumping out the window to disrespect Ellie and he clapping back, that's a different situation. But he blatantly disrespect fighters for no reason. Constantly disrespecting Devin Haney for what? For what? For what? You know what I'm saying? Like, I've seen him put up polls talking about who's more boring and things of that nature, bro. And then he talks crazy about bro, been talking crazy about Tyson Fury for about a decade already. Talk crazy. Always jump out of his skin to say some crazy stuff. Who else? Yeah, I don't know exactly what happened with the Terence Crawford situation, but because I don't watch Ellie, but I'm sure he probably said some things about Terence Crawford too. You know what I'm saying? And that's just not what, you know what I'm saying? That's not what reporters do. And I wonder, because I know he started off with reporter for the NBA. He got interviews with Kobe and Shaq, all types of people. I wonder why he left the NBA to report boxing. I wonder why. Probably pissed off the wrong person. He talked trash about Floyd. He's a certified goof troop. Yeah, that's why Floyd played him in his gym one time. I think one time he tried to shake Floyd's fiance's hand, and he was like, "Nah, like fuck out of here, don't do none of that type shit." And people was coming at Floyd. I'm like, bro, Ellie talk crazy, bro. He's a disrespectful dude, bro. Disrespectful dude. Real disrespectful. That's what I think. But anyway, Jaime Munguia, Terence Crawford, as far as we know, are the lead runners right now as potential fights for Canelo Alvarez. Neither one of them fights I really care to see, really. But I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Between Jaime and Terence Crawford, I would rather see Terence Crawford. Like, Jaime Munguia is not an interesting fight for me, dog. Like, this man got over 40 fights. He got 40 plus fights. I don't know exactly how much fights he has. You said Ellie lacks boxing knowledge. I agree with you. Go. Facts. Um, what was I saying? Jaime Munguia is about like 40 and 0, 40 something and 0, bro. Has not fought a soul that we care to see. He didn't fight David Benavidez. He hadn't fought, I think at one time he's supposed to fight the Charlo brother. You know what I'm saying? There was a few dudes that he's supposed to face. And now you're fighting John Ryder? You're fighting John Ryder, bro? Really? Come on, man. Come on. We see the plot, man. We see what y'all trying to do, and that shit not working, man. Y'all trying to build this man record up and try to get close to that Floyd Mayweather 50 and 0 so y'all could have some type of marketing to push behind Jaime. Bro, Floyd 50 and 0 and Jaime Munguia's 50 and 0, two different types of 50 and 0s, bro. Totally different 50 and 0s. And we gonna see right through that. You said Jamal would beat Jaime. I think he would too. I think an active Jamal Charlo would beat Jaime. Hopefully, David is Canelo's retirement fight. I don't know if it's necessarily a retirement fight because Canelo made it clear that he's going to fight until he like 36, 37. I think that his last fight on that PBC deal is going to be David Benavidez. That's what I think. I don't know if it'll be a retirement fight, though. Well, it depends on how the fight goes. Let's just say that. Let's just say that. Because if it's a situation where David really punished Canelo, he might not want to come back to boxing. There's a lot of things Canelo's caught up in right now. You know what I mean? He got his own little liquor business. I think he got like a seltzer, alcohol, drink, whatever, that he's pushing. They say he got gas. He got like gas stations called like Canelo Energy. And man, Canelo got a lot going on, bro. He got his hands tied in golf and all types of different businesses. I don't think that he's about boxing how he used to be. I think that now he's just worried about building generational wealth. Like, I'm sure he still loves boxing. You know, boxing made him who he is and set him up for life. But you could love something. You could have love for something and not be as hungry at one point in time than you used to be. Meanwhile, this man David Benavidez, you know, he got a couple dollars. I mean, he good, but he's he's driven by something bigger than money. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could tell Benavidez is very legacy driven. Great. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could tell that Benavidez really wants this. And it's showing in his performances, man. He's looking better and better each time out. He's proving more and more each time out. He's silencing the critics one fight at a time. Gotta respect that man. A young, hungry dude like that who don't respect Canelo, yeah, he got a good chance, man. I'm telling you. Stylistically, I think it's bad for Canelo. I think it's gonna be a real tough fight for him. He gonna get cut. He gonna be bleeding. I'm telling you. That's gonna be a rough John, man. That shit gonna be rougher than the Triple G fight too, because he applying that same type of pressure Triple G puts on. He's not as big of a puncher as Triple G, but his hand speed and combination punching gonna accumulate. That's what's gonna make shit dangerous for Canelo. You don't gotta worry about the big one shot that can put you to bed. You gotta worry about the 6 to 8 punch combinations that he throwing on you while you laying against the ropes. You gotta worry about them body shots and those that's things you gotta worry about. You gotta worry about being on the back foot. You gotta worry about dealing with a tall fighter with a rangy jab. It's a lot of things. It's a lot of things. He even throws his jab with bad intentions. It has a great jab at that. It's gonna be some issues, bro. It's gonna be some issues. It's gonna be some issues for Canelo to resolve in that fight. That's tough. That's tough. A lot of people keep thinking about Canelo doing this and that to David, bro. Y'all just thinking from one side of the coin. Look at what Benavidez brings to the table. Y'all tell me, based off of Canelo's history, whether he's gonna have a good time with it or not. Does Canelo not struggle with a good jab? We see it with Floyd. He struggled with a good jab. Triple G, most notably, was successful with his jab throughout the entire course. What you mean? So was Andre. What you mean? I don't know what that means. Benavidez wants it more than Canelo. I agree with you. Canelo don't seem like he cared for him. So I think that fight gonna be worse than the Bivol fight since Benavidez throw more than just straight punches. Yeah, Benavidez has every punch in the book with extremely fast hands. You know what I'm saying? These things that we got to take into consideration. Everybody keep talking about what Canelo going to do. Nobody talking about what Canelo got to deal with. You know what I'm saying? Think about when you making a prediction about a fight. Not only do you have to think about what you believe is gonna happen, you can't just talk about what your favorite is gonna do in the fight. You gotta think about how many fights. You gotta think about what his opposition is capable of doing. Then you feel like from there you're able to analyze who has the better chance and who has the taller tree to climb. How many boxing fights do you have? I didn't turn professional if that's what you asking, but in terms of the amateurs, I had my good amount. I wasn't one of them dudes who was ranked in the country or anything of that nature. Because if y'all knew my history, but when I got a few fights in, I ended up being diagnosed with a chronic illness known as ulcerative colitis. Do you do pro am? That's not a thing in boxing. There's pro am shows where they'll have like professional fights mixed in with like amateur fights on one card. That's what I know as pro am. Um, but no, I never got into it. I got diagnosed with a chronic illness known as ulcerative colitis. That's a lifelong illness that I deal with. You know what I'm saying? Um, and since then, I had to stop boxing for health reasons. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing pretty well in my health as of right now. I'm 25 years old, about to be 26 next month. You know what I mean? So there's a likelihood I might return to do a couple more. Might do a couple more fights, but as of right now, it just seems like things are at a standstill. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. Everybody got their stories. Everybody got their trials and tribulations, man. I can honestly say that I'm doing better than what I was a few years ago. There's times where I feel like I don't even have the illness. It reminds me here and there. You know what I'm saying? But I'm doing pretty well off. I'm at a real peaceful point in my life, man. I got a beautiful, healthy son. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of things to be grateful for. But at that point in time, it was disappointing that I had to stop boxing to attend to something that I really didn't want to deal with. But things happen for a reason. You know what I mean? I think without that happening to me, I don't think I would have really realized my true call that I feel like was my true calling in life, which was to be a boxing coach. You know what I mean? I can tell y'all right now, I feel like in all honesty that I'm a better coach than I ever was a fighter, and I can openly admit that. You know what I mean? Like I was good. You know what I mean? I was good. But I think as a coach, I think that I'm very capable. I think my skill set is actually my true gift lies in me being able to teach, not being able to, you know what I'm saying, pull out my warrior hat and really go to war with people. I think that my how the way I'm able to break down fighters, how the way I'm able to teach guys several things and how to get them out of certain situations, and I think that I'm one of the best. That's what I think. There's a lot for me to prove, so I got to keep it modest for right now. I'm gonna always keep it on the humble, but um, the results are speaking for itself. I'm doing really well with my amateur team and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, when people ask me how many fights I had, I did not have much, but I did compete. Yeah, I mean, I did several exhibitions that didn't count with USA Boxing. Um, I've also done a few. I sparred professionals. I done did it all. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Congrats on your health. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. If y'all was to see previous pictures of me, bro, y'all wouldn't even recognize me. But thank God I was able to get in touch with the right people. You know what I'm saying? Do the correct research, figure out things, and you know what I mean, I've been on the up since then, and all that good stuff. You know what I mean? Best coach out of Philly, I ain't gonna say all that now. You know what I mean? I feel like I got a ways to go because Philly has some great trainers, man. I think the best trainer in Philly right now is Bozy Ennis. I think Derek Bozy Ennis is the best trainer in Philly right now because that man been training fighters since before I even existed. You know what I'm saying? Um, that man had three sons and they was all monsters. Trained some great fighters too. Currently training Andy Ruiz, who's an Olympic gold medalist. Man, um, he's the best trainer in Philly right now. I got to hand it to him. However, in the last Philly Salute the Philly Boxing Awards, I came in second place behind Bozy Ennis for Trainer of the Year. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I'm definitely on the come up, but there's definitely some great boxing coaches in Philadelphia besides Bozy. Rasheem Jefferson is a hell of a trainer. Salim Dawood Bey, he trains his son Salim Bey. Great coach, especially in the amateurs. Um, there's a few out here. You know what I mean, I ain't gonna name too many people, but there's a lot of good coaches in Philadelphia, bro. I'm not gonna sit here and act like they ain't. I ain't gonna act like it's just me or I'm gonna talk like I'm the best. I'm confident in my abilities. I think my time is definitely coming. Um, he ever trained world champs. If you're referring to Bozy Ennis, Jerron Ennis is world champion right now. That's his son. Boots is Bozy Ennis' son. And Boots is currently the IBF welterweight champion of the world right now. So he trained world champions, yeah. And he got a gold medalist in his camp, Andy Ruiz. Gotta respect that, bro. Bozy don't work with everybody, you know what I'm saying? Bozy the man, bro. Yep. Yep. Bozy Ennis is Jerron Ennis' dad. So if you ever look him up, you go on YouTube and you put Bozy Ennis, Bozyennis. He got several interviews up there. You go check it out. Bozy is the best trainer in Philadelphia. He definitely got my stamp for sure. But yeah, man, I think it's a wrap for the live tonight, man. We got 28 people in the building, man. I appreciate everybody that came and tuned in. That's my hours for the day, man. Hit the like button as soon as you come in, man. Shout out to the GOAT, Sharon, Too Subliminal, Holy Hands, Anonymous, Sharon. I probably already said that. Mawazumbi. I don't know if I'm saying that correct. I apologize if I didn't. Sai, Jibo. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that was tuned in, Ralph, everybody that was tuned in, man, I appreciate it very much for you guys coming in. 31 people in the building right now. Hit the like button as soon as you come in, of course, man. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. I'll be back with a video and a live tomorrow, so be on the lookout for that. Until then, I'm out of here, man. Peace.